Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of the Season 7 Draft Aalysahs. You know who we are, Toracats, Crocodiles and Alphabetical are your hosts. Right, so on the last one, we just got done through the Alphabetical, and we're going to continue on, starting from L, with our next team.
Starting another episode with a new team.
New team! We have... It's the low-down lewd dads.
The low-down lewd dads.
The lewd papas themselves.
Lewd papas themselves. There is 2 of them. I can only imagine what they get up to as a pair.
How lewd.
So lewd.
How lewd.
The whole handing.
Exactly. The whole hand.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Plus and minus, yeah. Right. So... The Lotads have drafted Mega Venusaur, Heatran, Kyurem Black, those are tier 1s, a Gliscor in tier 2, Whimsicott in tier 3, Sableye and Araquanid in tier 4, and Licky Licky, Throw and Turtonator in tier 5. So you can see this team is quite good.
Yes,
it's got
literally
a lot
just the top 3. It's like, oh yeah, Kyurem Black,
4,
Heatran, Mega Venusaur. It's like, that's powerful.
I was
That's
just
gonna be
adding
tricky.
Gliscor as well because it's flipping really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of straight out the box power and scary stuff in general.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big team. This team is
Big team.
big. Make you think
team.
big.
Make you think big. Well, how big did the rest of the league think they were? So the Lotads, or the low-down Lotads, they received 3 S ranks, 11 A ranks, 2 B ranks, and none of the below.
No
Wow.
C's, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can see why, but...
Which means this got 76.6, which is our S rank.
Hey.
Highest
S rank
rated
team.
via the survey.
Exactamundo.
Do we concur? Do we concur?
Do we concelled?
In a word, no.
No.
No. Right, time to go shit on this team.
Right.
What we got, lads? What we got?
Okay.
Get on the new boys again. Let's go.
Offense is pretty good. It's not great.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
nowhere near the level of the hyper offense we're seeing from a lot of other teams in the league. But they do have Heatran, Kyurem Black.
And Araquanid.
Yeah. Other than those 2, it sort of gets a bit
Dodgy.
dodgy, right?
I wish I had a wishy-washy. So after that, it gets a bit wishy-washy.
Because then you end up on, Gliscor, Mega Venusaur, Araquanid. It's just like, I mean, they're not big, terrifying hitting machines, are they? So they have got offense, but they don't have like loads of big focused offense. So, what they do have is scary, admittedly.
Yeah.
Well, if we look kind of on their defense, what they do have is a lot of bulk. So this is a bulky offense team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that core of Heatran, Gliscor, Mega Venusaur. Like, ugh. Then
Not
follow
getting
up,
through that very easily.
back that up with an Araquanid and a Sableye in bloody Turtonator as well. You're just like, oh god.
And their defensive core is actually also their Fairy Dragon Steel core is actually a defensive core because Heatran is bulky, Kyurem is bulky, and Whimsicott is annoying to kill. The only thing that suffers from it is the 4 times weakness on Heatran and the 4 times weakness to poison on the Whimsicott.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, this is not a fast team. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's one of our slower teams, I think, for sure.
Yes. The only thing that they have above 100 is Whimsicott, which is also their prankster user. So they kind of get a part for that. And then the next fastest is Kyurem Black, which is at what, 90?
95.
95.
Yeah, they do have.
And it just keeps going down from there.
They have another prankster user in the Sableye, and mainly though they have sticky webs on Araquanid, which is basically what I was doing last season. Was Araquanid sticky webs into Kyurem Black sweeping or Mega Metacham sweeping, So it worked well for me, so, you know.
But where you had a Mega Medicham, they have a Venusaur, which is not quite the same threat.
True. Yeah, so they got okay offense, lacking speed, decent defense. Hazards, how are they doing for hazards?
Well, before we go to hazards, worth noting the base stat total of defense is 102, which is 1 less than the highest, which is the War Turtles.
So pretty much the highest defense. Wow.
And considering this is
you can see it.
This is probably legit though, right? Because the thing was skewed so hard by a Mega Steelix, whereas this is just Gliscor takes a hit, Mega Venusaur takes a hit, Kyurem Black takes a hit. Like Turtonator has really high defense. Heatran has decent defense. Like
and these are going to punch back really hard as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Strong.
Yeah. So hazards wise, like so Heatran and Gliscor are obviously very good rock setters. Arachnid's good sticky web setter. Defog wise, they have priority defog with the Whimsicott. Yeah. And they do have defog and Gliscor if they want that. So their defoggers are weak to rocks, and one of those is priority. So it's
good.
It's pretty good. Like
pretty much what you want. Yeah.
Quality over quantity. Like, and even then they've got a bit more quantity than other people. So
grounded poison type and a spin blocker in Sableye as well.
Yeah.
Something we haven't really mentioned up till now was spin blockers, but pretty good. Not the most flexible team. Like. Basically, all of these mons are they going to be bulky attack or just bulky? Like that's sort of about it, right?
They got an extra point because they have the most versatile mon in the league, Licky Licky. So, it does everything and very well. So so they got some points in flex for having that mon. It's kind of like the same as having a Mew. So.
I'm wondering if the Turtonator pick was done purely to try and have it on the bench the entire time, but to make people think twice before bringing contact moves. Because
the shell trap.
Because it does a lot of damage if you get hit by it.
It is 150 base, 100 power, 100% accurate, but you have to be hit by a contact move.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, if you are hit with a contact move and it lives because it's got a massive defense stat, it is gonna whack you back.
Yeah, its defense stat is 135, and there are some special moves that make contact, I believe, as well. So it's not.
So it's not just a straight physical or special. It's contact. Be careful. Be careful what you pick.
Yeah.
Or don't be careful and ignore the fact that Turtonator is this.
It's a fucking Turtonator.
It's not like it's going to switch in and surprise you. It's just going
to be on the field.
And you'll be like, oh, well, I won't use shell. No, I won't use an attack move this time.
Yeah. So, I won't use tackle.
But it does get shell smash. You do watch out. If you try and just switch and run away, it might just smash up. Just earthquake it and move on with your life. That's basically what you need to do.
Yeah. Or blizzard, Big old oh wait, no, that's
looking at
not quite.
Looking at special moves that make contact. We have Draining Chris.
Draining Chris.
Draining
Chris.
You stay away from Chris.
Sorry, Draining Kiss. Grass Knot.
Doesn't he have the Comfey?
Infestation is a special move that makes contact. Petal Dance.
So don't use it, Joe. That's what you say.
Not against that Turtonator. Kill it.
You'll do 2 damage and he'll deal 100 billion.
No. Yeah. It's still only a flipping Turtonator's attack stats.
Special
it's
attack.
150 base damage though?
It's 150 damage off a 91. It's a 91 special only. So it's not.
It's stronger than like Flare Blitz from Talonflame.
Yeah, it's because Talonflame is.
And that still ain't much.
For Talonflame Flare Blitz, it's fine. It's more than Arcanine Flare Blitz in terms of damage. I think Arcanine has higher base attack, but the stat of the move is less on Flare Blitz than it is on the Turtonator move, so it probably is about the same.
But you're saying Talonflame does more damage with a Flare Blitz than Arcanine does with
No, I'm saying that Turtonator with Shell Trap will still do more than a Flare Blitz on an Arcanine. Or about the same.
I don't think.
I'm sure we can work it out, but it's not important because Turtonator is probably not going to be brought.
I think this is the most important thing because no one's had Turtonator before. We all know what Venusaur does. We all know
you have Turtonator, or you're like,
I put it back.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. You put it back because it's shit. Even you can't make it work unless your weakness policy Shell Smash. Like it's not gonna matter.
It wasn't good on my team. I could have made it work on a better team.
If it comes, be careful about making contact. It's got a negative priority move that does big damage.
Keep socially distanced from the Turtonator.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else we want to say? Hazards?
We mentioned hazards.
Yeah, we mentioned they got good quality hazard, but this is a defensive. Oh, it's a slow defensive team that's going to hit you pretty hard if you're a Kyurem.
Yes, it's your harder hitting than average bulky offense too. There we go.
But shall we slot them into the old tier list?
Yeah, let's do that.
So this team is a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball.
Spicy. The meatball that's slightly harder than the others.
Yeah, they
exactly.
You guys have rated them super good. We think they're solid. We think they are solid. We think they are lacking in certain areas, but they are a very good team overall.
Yeah, fun thing, like in our score and our own personal rating, they got the same exact placing. So it's 7th out of 16. So yeah, they're good.
I think the main difficult thing with this team is the fact that it's got 2 very good coaches running it. So.
Well, they said there was only going to be one of them at a time, right? They're going to hand it off in a shift-based system. Yeah, because one of them's doing day shift, one of them's doing night shift work, so something like that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. We'll see how that pans out. Okay, yeah, so they're spicy, but what does that equate to? In the all-important Mario Tennis.
Wow. You know, they got these sticky webs, they got Sableye, they got Prankstermons going around the place. It's pretty tricky to me. Pretty tricky.
There's 2 of them as well. If only there was a character that sort of represented that.
Oh my god! There's Koopa and Paratrooper.
Koopa and Paratrooper.
Yeah.
My god.
The tricky pair.
Wonderful.
My least favourite fruit. A tricky pair.
Tricky pair.
We'll be throwing your curveballs with it's mostly the Whimsicott and the Sableye, right? We were like, that's annoying.
I mean, it's like setting up sticky webs and stuff as well, and Turtonator, tricky.
Yeah, tricky.
Even Gliscor can be just eat around too. So it's all just sort of tricky and
Mega Venusaur exists.
Yeah, it's all it's just
Yeah, I'm down for it. Okay, so there's the Lowdown Loodads. Okay, so let's move on to our next team then. It's gonna be. Ooh! It's the Lemhus Laxray.
The Lemhus Laxrays.
Mr. Calm Mind himself.
Well, okay. Elephant in the room.
The
first
Banette.
Pokemon.
It's
a
Mega Banette.
That's a Mega Banette right there.
First time appearing.
For a reason.
Yes. For a very good reason.
I'm not gonna lie, I did look at it for a little bit because I was like, oh man, it's a lot of attack for a low tier Mega, which means I can get more hard hitting high tier stuff that's actually good, and I still have a Mega Banette. But I decided
when we looked into it, it's like you still have a Mega Banette.
Yeah, I mean 165 times 0 is still 0, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. It doesn't get very hard hitting moves.
That's the thing. It's still just using Shadow Sneak most of the time, right?
Does it get Sucker Punch?
I think so.
I think it does, but obviously it's not stab. But I mean, I guess it'll still hit hard with its monster attack stat. Have I oversold its attack stat? 165. Okay,
it's 165. Yeah.
Prankster Destiny Bond as well. Remember, that's what I thought too.
It has Prankster. Like it has Frisk before it Mega Evolves, and then Prankster after it Mega Evolves. So that's
so he's gonna get info from you. See what
get info.
Yeah.
It's kind of useful.
Kind of nice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it at least has a turn of info.
My God, it's the best mega I ever did see. Oh Lord!
And if it goes down, it's taking you with it.
It's unstoppable.
It's
So what's the rest of the team then? What's the rest of the team?
He doesn't have the rest of the team. He has a mega. No. Right. So he has a Thunderous Incarnate and a Tyranitar in tier 1. He's got Infernape and Alakazam in tier 2. Quite spicy tier 2 actually. Cloyster in tier 3. So pretty scary. Druddigon in tier 4, which I was actually quite keen on. After losing the Garchomp, but it did go. Then we have Sandslash and Ferroseed and Zangoose in tier 5. I feel like once again the Luxrays have drafted half a team.
Yeah. But what a half.
I look at Thunderous Eye, Tyranitar, Inferno, Alakazam, Cloyster, Druddigon. Good. That's a spicy meatball. And then you look at Sandslash, Ferroseed, Zangoose, Mega Banette, and it's a little bit mediocre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but offensively, this is a powerhouse. Right?
Big offensive team. Thunderous Eye, Cloyster Shell Smashing, Infernape, nasty plotting, hitting on both sides. Druddigon even 120 base with Mold Breaker and Sheer Force.
Yeah.
Mega Banette 165 base attack. Tyranitar big and hitty and Dragon Dances up. Alakazam is a bloody Alakazam. Like there's
First
a lot
appearance
of offense.
of regular Alakazam as well. First time it's been picked.
Yeah, it's been
used as regular, but I'm pretty sure it's always been Mega picked twice.
Well, I think in season 1, it was drafted because the way you drafted the Megas was you drafted a Pokemon and then you drafted a Mega Stone. So Alakazam was drafted, but the Mega Stone.
The Mega was That's the point. We haven't got a Mega Alakazam this season. Thinking. But usually we have one lurking around, being a bastard somewhere.
So if Mega Diancie doesn't work for me, you know what I'm getting. I'll take that Mega Alakazam, thank you. Cool.
What is
our
survey?
The survey says for the Lemhus Luxray. So they got 4 A ranks, 7 B ranks, and 5 C ranks. Which goes to 48.4, which is a C minus, so the same as the Young Gooses.
That Mega Banette really clouded people's minds. He's got a Mega Banette.
It's Mega Banette and Sandslash. It's Mega Banette and Sandslash.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he traded his Mega for a Thunderous Eye. Like really, you could say.
Yeah.
So it's like. Is that kind of worth? Is Thunderous Eye
even Tyranitar? Right? Like, I feel like his tier 2s are better than both of his tier 1s. Like,
well, hang on. You know why that Tyranitar is there, right? It's to set up the sand for that Sandslash.
Oh yeah.
Synergy. Jeez. So synergistic.
I mean, yeah, he's got the synergy there. You mean a lot of teams don't have that kind of synergy. He also has a weather setter to mess up the PK's team and the Ed's team.
Yeah, okay.
and the son of the Dom's team. So, you know, this man is out for blood.
I remember another thing about this team that we were arguing over. Because
this is the second argument.
Yes, this is the second argument. But like going through this is a very hard-hitting team. It's also very, very fast.
I remember now.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a very hard-hitting, very fast team. We mentioned earlier they've got all the stats, they've got all the boosting. The speed they've got they've got Alakazam, Thunderous, and Infernape, and then Shell Smashers, Fast in Sand, Dragon Dancers. And then when you come to the hazards,
just still while we're on attack, because we've got the old stat sheet. Got the stat sheet.
This is BST over here, base stat total.
Yeah. Base stat total. Time zone. So this team is comparable to mine. It's got 105 base attack, which is the second highest after mine. The special attack is a little bit lower. It's only 83 compared to what I had 97. So they are definitely way more physically offensive. So where I was very worried about Will-O-Wisp, and now I'm less worried, I think the Luxrays might still need to be a little worried about it. Yeah.
And they have the Infinite that they can swap into it, but yeah.
At least Tyranitar's immune to the Prankster Will-O-Wisp, so that's okay.
That's true, actually.
But stuff like Rotom, Tyranitar is going to be a bit more worried about. Yeah. So, sorry, you were about to say something about Hazard. Did we talk about the defense?
Well, it's kind of combined with the defense, because there's not a lot of defense on this team. Let's put it that way.
It's a Cloyster and a Ferroseed.
Yes, both of which are weak to fighting. Put it that way. And that's not the best. And one thing you'll notice is Cloyster is also weak to rocks. So whilst Ferroseed does resist them, if you want to get up hazards against this team, they will most likely stay up. Unless they're bringing a Sand Slash. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Because the Cloyster can Rapid Spin, but it's weak to the rocks, and most of the time that Cloyster is going to be Focus Sash and Shell Smash.
Yeah, or White Herb, the same thing. And then Defog also on Thunderous Eye, which is priority Defog, but it's still weak to rocks, and if you were making it Defog, it's just going to get bopped. Like, doing 75% to it is a lot easier than doing 100% to it. So it's like...
Yeah.
So I'm going to come... I was going to come to the Luxray's defense now. So I think that the priority defog is really nice in itself. And also that Thunderous Incarnate is going to be scaring stuff out because it's Thunderous Incarnate. So it's going to be getting those defogs off without taking anything more than the Stealth Rocks that it took on the way in. The Cloyster, I think its job on this team isn't necessarily to be the shell smashing one. It can do that, but I think it's there more as a physical defensive thing because he has so much offense elsewhere in his team. He doesn't need the Cloyster to be that shell smasher. It can be the spike setter, rapid spin utility mon. And then, Sand Slash is another rapid spinner. So he has two rapid spinners and a priority defogger, and that's why I think it's good. As well as all of, we've already seen the hazard setting as
the amount of hazards it's got.
The amount of hazards, like setting, not a problem.
Setting is insane. I think his
5 stealth
is
rockers,
good enough.
2 spikes and a toxic spike. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
don't get me wrong, I think the removal could be better, but I think it's good enough that we shouldn't be putting it down because of removal.
It's not just that the removal is bad, in mine and Joe's opinion. It's also the fact that this team is not defensive at the slightest. So them wasting any turns or taking damage from anything trying to get those rocks is like they will die.
They probably don't care, to be honest, based on their team.
Yes and no. Like they do have some problems with the rocks, and you got to think there might be a Focus Sash or 2 lurking around that's going to be smashed up.
Who's worrying about the rocky ears?
Thunderous doesn't like it.
Cloyster mainly.
Yeah.
Oh, weak to it. Everything else is sort of neutral until you get to Sand Slash and Ferroseed. But then again, if you're bringing a Sand Slash or a Ferroseed every time, that's 2 tier 5. So you're missing out on a Alakazam or something like that.
I mean, you could argue the team's so offensive, it's not going to be swapping around, but...
Yes, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I would
But when we're trying to rate the team as a whole, these things kind of have to be taken into account, right? And they've already got bad defense, so having bad defense and a way to not get rid of free damage and free status, like, for the opponent, it's kind of like, it's a bit iffy.
I do think if that Cloyster was, say, an Empoleon, then that would be way better.
True.
But, hey, it fits on his team.
Yeah, this team is fast, it's itty, and it's also kind of flexible. Like,
Thunderous Eye can be either sort of offense, same with Infinite. Cloyster can either be that big utility physical wall thing, or it can be a shell smash sweeper. Drodagon is like kind of bulky, kind of hitty.
It can be Rocky Helmet, like
can be intimidating,
or it can be.
No, it's rough skin,
I think. Yeah,
and Sheer Force.
Yeah, rough skin,
and
Sheer
Mold
Force,
Breaker.
and Mold Breaker.
So, yeah. It also gets glare as well, so it's kind of like
Mega Banette
can
can just do a bunch of weird stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
It's just it's just really slow. Like that's the main thing that's wrong with it. It's super slow.
Yeah, and this team's too fast to pull off a Trick Room.
Yeah, like Mega Banette is 75 speed, which is too slow, but also too fast at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's not even that great Trick Room.
But overall, it's still a fearsome team.
It's still solid. It's still scary. Exactly. It's another hyper offense team.
But it's got a glass jaw. That's what it is. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the better of our hyper offense teams.
It's a heavyweight with a glass jaw.
I don't know. It's probably.
I don't know. I'm thinking
maybe it's not one of our better.
I'm thinking it's one of the
weaker.
One of the weaker of the. I lied. It's one of the weaker.
Because I remember who the other ones are. I was like, no, I think the others are maybe better. We'll see. Shall we whack them in a tier then?
Yeah. Well, they are, as you may have guessed, mediocre. Mediocre.
Yeah. So like, it's a hyper offense team, but I feel like it's not one of the stronger ones for what it can do because it's relying on things like a Mega Banette and a Sand Slash.
There's a lot of reliance on like a Sand Slash and a Ferroseed, right, in this team.
But the thing is, obviously, in our point system, it actually scored really highly, like trying to work out everything for the team. But when we put it into our own opinions of the actual strength of it, it's kind of like it's good, but it's all right. It's mediocre, hence the
it kind of has like all of the stuff. It's not that good stuff.
Or they're on bad mons.
Actually, is what I said earlier. He has half a team, right? Half his team is really good. The other half is not.
But fortunately, you only have to bring basically half a team to a match, so he can still do very well.
I mean, this is classic Luxrays. They bring half a team to every game and they win.
It's half a team and then a Murkrow or a Clefairy.
Exactly.
And then they've won. Like,
yeah. I'm interested to see how Ferroseed does. So we kind of agree with the survey results a little bit. But what about who are they playing?
If they were to pick up a tennis racket.
I nearly forgot. Ooh. Well, this is a big hitting kind of goofy ass team. So pretty powerful, pretty goofy. Sounds like a Wario.
It's a Wario.
That'd be.
He's gonna win. Fire! Oh dear. I wanted to make him boo because of the Mega Banette, but it turns out that Handsome John's team was just
the Serene Grace was better.
Too tricky. Too tricky. So it gets to be a power. Yeah, this is a power team.
One of our hyper offensive boys.
Yeah. So Tom, get working on that mustache and that silky
working
smooth.
On the long hair, from what I remember. He just needs to put some of that long hair around the front.
He needs to work on his silky smooth Wario voice for the Carmine podcast. You are now listening to Carmine podcast.
Leafeon to the number one.
It's a go.
Whoa. Moving on.
I don't want to. I was having too much fun with Wario voice.
I know, but unfortunately, we're trying to make this quick.
Streamline. Okay.
Think of the water.
The next team on the list. Oh, hello. It's the Kangzoo Kabut Pops.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, dear. What is that? Okay, it was being a little slow to update on my thing. Right.
Tell us what we can find on the team.
Well, this team has a Mega Aerodactyl, has a Volcarona and a Weavile, a Kingswood Kabutop's favourite. A Nidoking. I hate Nidoking. Hitmontop. Don't really like that either. Lantern. Also in tier 3. Comfey, which I really like, but I don't like to see it in the hands of the Kabut Pops. And Executor Alola, a Slacking, and for some reason a Murkrow.
And for some reason, not the first time we've seen a Murkrow either.
Not the first time we've seen a Murkrow. So this is, yet again, a hyper offense team.
It's a hyper offense team.
Welcome to the League of Hyper Offense.
Yeah. But what does the rest of the league think of this hyper offensive team before we start breaking it down?
Well, the Kabut Pops. There's Kabut Pops, right? So they've got 1 S rank, 5 A ranks, 7 B ranks, and 3 C ranks, which equates to a 56.3%, which is a C plus.
C plus.
C plus.
There you go.
Yeah. So not the best, not the worst. But not particularly good. So maybe people were just tired of seeing hyper offense teams in the survey.
Yeah.
And they were just like, nah, or like, this one isn't as good as the other one, it's fine.
He's not going to bring hyper offense, it's fine. He'll somehow make it a full theme.
He's not going to hyper offense. I've also realised on the on the tier list, I've not really left room for suspense of other teams going into things. It's like, oh no, the 4th tier is now full. There's no more room in that tier.
Well, we only got a small handful. Actually, we've still got quite a few teams left.
But there's quite a few spaces left.
Yeah, we could squeeze them in. We could reformat them. You never know.
We could reformat. I'll just paste them on top of like the Wartortles or something.
So offense, hyper offense. Why is it hyper offense? You got a Volcarona. You got a Nidoking. You got even Comfey has swept with bloody Carmine priority training Kiz. Bollocks. Executor Alola, tier 5, 125 special attack.
Don't discount the Tough Claws Mega Aerodactyl.
Yeah, Mega Aerodactyl, Weavile, and a Slacking. Don't forget that Slacking down there. No
Weavile, I believe, was kill leader in one of the previous seasons
ago. Yeah.
I can actually check this.
So yeah, huge offense, and you probably guessed as we were saying them, they're fast as well. Like. The Volcarona
Season 5 kill leader, sorry. Season 5 kill leader.
The Volcarona's quick once it gets off a Quiver Dance or 2. Hitmontop's got loads of priority. Comfey's both fast and has a bunch of priority due to its ability. Mega Aerodactyl, 150 base speed or something stupid, isn't it? Yeah, 150. Weavile's fast as heck. Slacking's 100. And then you got Prankster Defogs, Prankster stuff on that Murkrow, so...
Yeah, so a couple of standout things about this team. Well, we'll do this one first because we talk about it. The speed. They have the highest base total of speed in the league of 93.
Really?
Yeah, so that's coming from the Mega Aerodactyl, the Weavile, the Comfey, the Slacking, and it's fast. It's fast. Yeah, the other stuff can boost or just doesn't need to be fast.
Yeah.
Priority even. So yeah, you're not really going to outspeed this one. We were going to talk about defense next, were we?
Defense, yeah. I mean, like the other hyper offense teams are let down by their defense. This team is let down. It's let down a bit
less. Yeah,
it's not too bad. I mean, Volcarona can take a nice special hit. Hitmontop's a tanky boy. Comfey's cleric and heals. Then you have a Lantern.
Then you have a Lantern resistances.
And that's more than some of the other
entirely to fight my team, which is fighting in the first match.
True. I think that they have a lot of stuff that will be more annoying to take down. But I mean, just looking at the defense, they have the lowest defense stat in the league of 76, and their special defense it's sort of below average. I've not really been talking about HP much, but they're middle. They're average on HP. They're in the middle.
That's in there. Yeah, they've got things that could take a hit. Good enough typings on the defensive stuff. It's not as bad as it could have been. So
Yeah, I mean, that Hitmontop is pretty much your only physical defense, right? With Intimidate and Influence stat. Lantern's got HP, but like very mediocre defenses. So, it's.
Yeah, but I think when we were talking about their resistances, they were actually pretty covered, weren't they?
No, well, there's one issue, right? Is that Volcarona, Mega Aerodactyl, and Weavile are all weak to rock. Yeah. Whether that be Stealth Rock or Rock Sladoo coming their way.
The old Rock Sladoo.
They can swap in the Nidoking and the Hitmontop to it, so that's not too bad. But that's still going to be an issue, right? At some point, your top 3 Mons all are cripplingly weak to rocks.
It's true. Even if you do have a good Rapid Spin in that Hitmontop as well. Like, not only does it resist, it spins, so...
Yeah, they do have good options for removal, but they're going to have to.
So you're going to have to bring that Comfey probably a lot, and then if you're bringing Comfey and using it to defog, it's not what Comfey does well.
I know what Crispy's going to do. He's going to let you set up Rock against him. He's going to send out Comfey, and you're like, oh, he's going to defog, and he's just going to boost. He's not even going to care. He's just going to go YOLO, start boosting.
The double bluff, and it's like, oh yeah, he's brought his thing that can defog. Oh, no worry about rocks. Oh, never mind. He doesn't care anyway. Doesn't even have defog. It's just a life orb triage training.
He'll always take the riskier play.
On turn 1, when you click Stealth Rocks, he'll click Quiver Dance, and then you lose the game. So that
happened. Was it last season or season before?
I think it was the season before.
There was a Volcarona sweep, literally turn 1 or 2.
Yeah. I mean, Volcarona can't take Stealth Rock damages if it starts and finishes the
turn
game.
1, yeah. Turn 1's free. Like, it's where they're going to get good. So, going to get through the team just from turn 1.
Yeah, so the Boog is scary.
Big Boog.
Flexibility, it's okay.
He's got slightly worse than average. There's a couple of things, but it's not.
Nidoking is the proverbial question mark of what is it going to be bringing this time.
I hate fighting Nidoking. Comfey has the same set every time.
Yeah, well, no, it could be full cleric. Could be full cleric, or it could be full.
It's almost never gonna be.
As a man who's brought Comfey before, you always
as another man
who's
also brought a Comfey before. He's correct.
You think, oh, maybe I could run this other set, and you just realise, no, the one Comfey that's good.
Draining Kiss, Hidden Power, Ground.
It's just the best. It's just the best.
Yeah. With a life orb.
With a life orb, yeah. So this is, as we've said many times now, it's a hyper offense team.
It's fast and hitty.
It
not
has
as weak
some annoying
defensively.
Stuff.
However, unlike the Lemhu's Luxrays, this is one of our better hyper offense teams
because it has a few more bulky things. And its offense is still really good, really solid.
Adds its speed, it's still just great. Shall we whack it in? Is it time?
Yes, it is.
This team is a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball. There is.
There it be.
Yeah, it's got some neat stuff on it, and I think it's going to be, it's a good hyper offense team.
Yeah, similar to what happened with the Lotads based on our scoring and this, like it's almost exactly the same position in both. So we think this is pretty good. Like, and
I think this is 9 out of 10 useful Pokemon are on the team.
Who's that? The last one's what, Murkrow?
Yeah, Murkrow.
Hey, doesn't that have Pranks the Defog?
Pranks the Defog, Pranks the Thunderwave.
That's what it's there. It doesn't,
Yeah, but it takes 25% from rocks. So,
it does. I mean, it could just be Zed Tailwind Super Luck, and
No, it doesn't get Super Luck.
It does get Super Luck.
Oh, someone gets Super Luck? Oh, it doesn't get the it doesn't get Moxie, does it? It gets the Prankster.
But a critical hit off of 2 is still 2.
Hey, it's 85. It's got more attack than your fucking Talonflame.
What, Macro?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll die from my Talonflame.
No, if it crits.
Because I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll flare blitz him and he'll die.
No, because you've already taken 50% on those.
Yeah, exactly. He's only taking 25%.
Well, I might die as well, but I'm taking it with
me. You can't hit through an area like Murkrow. You wish you could. You can.
Hang on. Murkrow is killing my Talonflame. Is Murkrow just Mega Banette? If it goes down, it's taking me with it. My God.
Yeah. But it doesn't give extra points.
But I know what you're all asking yourselves.
I know what I'm asking myself all the time.
If this was a Nintendo-based tennis player from a beloved childhood game, who would it be?
Who would it be? Well,
another
hyper offense team. Have we got any power characters left?
We do.
There's one more.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Hey.
Donkey Kong Jr.
He has shed off those pounds of his usual defensive style and gained some speed.
Yes.
The junior of him.
Nippy.
Of the Tom.
Junior.
Nippy and Hitty. That is.
Nippy.
Nippy and Hitty.
He's going to be biting you while he punches you. Oh, God. Well, yeah. With Crunch on Aerodactyl. Yeah.
Got them tough calls.
Moving on.
Anyway. Oh God. Okay. All right. So the next team is going to be the Ely Kids.
Hey.
Dun, dun, dun. Guess what, guys? It's another hyper offense team. You're sick of seeing them now.
We're going to say similar things, but there's.
Is it hyper offense though? Well, let's have a look. So they have Mega Gardevoir as their tier A Mega, regular Garchomp as their tier 1, Lucario and Zeraora, both really good tier 2s, Drapion and Feraligatr in tier 3, Frostlass in tier 4, Armaldo, what was his name? The Berryman in tier 5.
Vileplume.
Berryman.
And Magmortar.
Magmortar.
Tier 5.
Which gets Mac Punch. Everyone know right now, Magmortar gets Mac Punch. There you go. That's my tip out of the day. To expose Magmortar.
Meanwhile, Sam's at home like, damn it, he told everyone. To come the first, so the next transfer period is just out. Magmortar's out. And then get out.
It's almost always special. I'm thinking to fuck up.
It's always
But there is a possibility.
It's one of the only fighting types that doesn't get Mac Punch. No, that gets Mac Punch. Sorry, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Survey. Por favor.
Well, let me survey you some answers. No S ranks, 7 A ranks, 4 B ranks, 4 C ranks, and 1 D rank. Someone out there's a little bitch. Oh God. Okay. Well, Sam, you've clearly made an enemy somehow with your team.
Or someone just wanted to give him the D. Right.
Someone just...
As many teams might in this league. So continuing into the offense.
Family-friendly, for-fun league where we occasionally swear on the show.
The D rating.
The D rating. The D rating. Yeah, the D rating. Yes, yeah.
We are the D. We are the
D. He's got a big fat D on his team. And it stands for Drapion.
That stands for Drapion. Speaking of Drapion, offense.
There is a Garchomp. There is a Lucario. Yeah. There is a Mega Gardevoir. There is a Zeraora. There's a Feraligatr as well. We'll give them that.
Hey, Feraligatr was great for me.
Yeah. Dragon Dance is up. Smack
Liquidation.
Life shit force, right?
Yeah. Hits like absolute track and can outspeed most of the metagame.
And has Aquajet in case you can.
In case you can't, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's always like, Guess Aquajet, everyone remember! So, Dragon Dance, Liquidation, Aquajet, and Crunch, and then you're like, oh, but I need Ice Fang, and I need, like, Thunder Punch.
Ice Punch, yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't think it gets Ice Punch. I think it gets it's either Thunder Fang or Thunder Punch.
It does get Ice Punch.
Which one do you normally use then?
Ice Punch is more powerful than Ice Fang.
Okay. Oh, then does it get Thunder Fang, Thunder Punch?
It doesn't get either of those.
It won't get.
Oh, I thought it did. Okay.
Water types.
Prohibited. Also Earthquake. Like it has loads of moves that you want to run on it, but you just can't fit them all on.
Yeah, because its moves it does use are so good. You're like, I can't really get rid of them.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes why it's nice to just have it as like a bulky offense, like Assault Vest. I have 4 powerful moves. Screw you.
That's true. That's true.
It gets Outrage as well, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think so.
Egg move.
Oh my god, it's like Salaman's Light. Whoa.
Oh, so like Crocodile then. Yeah.
Yeah, like Crocodile, yeah. Get on
every time. Every single time.
Every time. Your Mega's a dragon, right?
It's a pretty offensive team. Not quite
as offensive
as offensive as some of the mega offense teams, the hyper offensive teams we've seen very recently, in fact, in our past couple teams.
Yeah.
And before that, going back to the Toddy and Toracats. So yeah, it's still fast. You got the Garchomp there at what, 108 speed or something?
I thought isn't
102.
102 because 102 because it power crept the 101s by a singular point.
Joe, I thought you drilled that into your head after season 1.
It's got it's been too long. He's won too much. He's won too much.
Darkest dystopian future.
Lucario boosts its speed and has a bunch of priority.
Lightning fast.
Yeah, Zoroark's fast as heck and heck.
Yeah, heck and fast.
Yeah, Feraligatr does the whole dancing. And Magmortar gets Mag Punch.
You will remember it gets Mag Punch.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. Again, still not quite as fast as, say, the Kabutops that we just saw. But yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So,
but we have to discuss something about this team.
Okay.
Wait,
because I think you were about to talk about defense, right?
I am.
Just before we go to that, just to finish off on the offense side, so they are 101 attack, 99 special attack, and 90 speed. So they are one of the highest physical attackers, the second highest special attacker, and one of the the second, third fastest. I think, joint third fastest with me.
Okay.
So yeah, they're speedy.
Yeah, that's Zeraora doing a lot of work for the speed tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you may now continue with the downfall.
Oh boy.
So we just saw the Kabutops and how they have some mons that can take a hit. This team, you have a Drapion with okay defenses. Well, I say defenses, physical defense. Gardevoir's got decent special defense. And that's where the list runs out.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, and here's the question to you guys, but I know your answer to this, and to everyone out there watching, and Sam himself. What do you do to an earthquake coming your way, Sam?
What are you doing about that?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because at the moment, everything is either neutral or weak except for a Vileplume. No, even Vileplume's neutral.
Everything is neutral, yeah.
Everything's neutral. So there's going to be a lot of air balloons going about.
Yeah, there's nothing there that even resists that you could send in on a physical side. Even your Drapion, which is your only thing with a half decent physical defense stat, is weak to it.
It's weak to it. Yeah.
There's no flyers, there's no levitators.
Nope.
Kabutops had somewhat similar, but they at least have a flyer in Mega Aerodactyl.
So we're looking at Lucario, Zeraora, Drapion, Armaldo? Question mark. Magmortar.
It's Magmortar.
So Magmortar, all weak to it. I mean, so yeah, the fact that you got Lucario, Zeraora, and Drapion all in your higher tiers, weak to ground is scary.
Dodge.
Right. I'm just not seeing how this doesn't lose to a Choice Scarf Earthquake. Just 6-0 in them. It just seems like very doable, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, he is in my group, and I have a Landorus T. Our advice, Sam, if you're watching, if you're listening, transfer period, you need to resolve this ground issue. Otherwise, you're taking this team to the grave. I think.
What did he have instead? Didn't he get rid of Incineroar?
He got rid of Incineroar for Drapion, so he tried a weakness for a weakness. But at least you had Intimidate on that, but it's not really much.
And Incineroar's bulkier than Drapion, so it's like... with the Intimidate.
With the Intimidate, yeah, for sure.
We know that Sam does like the Poison Dark typing, though, because he normally goes for the Hippie Gunk Muckalola.
Yeah,
but not when its entire team is weak to Earth. It feels like something there needs to change.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, even like the stuff that you're going to be using to fight the ground types, like Frostlass, is really frail. So if they live the ice attack that you use against them.
Yeah, the icy wind or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not going to send out Landorus versus Frostlands, but it's still frail and it's going to die to anything else. So
yeah.
And then it's where I'm gonna reveal. I was the D. It was me. I was the D rating for this team.
Wow.
I mean, you say that. But I've also written down that I gave him a D. So unless we had 2 Ds,
I will
one of us is
quickly
misremembering.
double check the results of the survey, but I'm almost certain that they only got 1 D.
Well, I have written down that I gave him a D. If I must have accidentally misclicked and gave him a C, then be there. But
I thought I did.
Yeah, you got it's only the 1 D. Only the 1 D.
You would have got 2 Ds for all-out pummeling.
It's from one of us, Sam. It's from one of us to a Amigo PK.
Yeah.
And the other one gave you a C. So
I feel bad.
The wobbly H on Sam
Alright. Let's move on from the abysmal defense. Well, we still got to talk about some hazards and flex.
No. Let's move on.
We got about another minute to just give some good things, give some more positive things.
Quick.
Right.
Streamline.
Still thoughts. Garchomp's good. Drapion's got toxic spikes.
Garchomp was actually fantastic.
Pretty good stealth rocker. Frostlass is good at spikers. It can spin as well. He has a way to get rid of them, even if it's an Armaldo.
Yeah, he's got good lead options. We should say Garchomp and Frostlass are both fantastic leads. So a lot of people struggle on who do I send out first turn? It's like, well, he's got 2 great options there.
He also has 2 rock resistances in Garchomp and Lucario, so that's pretty good. Some good there. Flexibility wise, it's not a lot.
Not great. It's pretty much they are the ones that they are. Lucario could be physical or special.
Lucario is really good.
Yeah.
I tried to make it tier 1, but then I got a Mega Absol instead. It was just like, wow, I'm just gonna use this instead because it's great. Do we comment on the grounded poison type Drapion? Give them toxic spikes as well.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Your only way of getting rid of any hazards is that Armaldo.
Yeah.
Which is a bit dodgy, isn't it?
I mean, so I can see just lower down on the Prep-O-Matic page, I've got them paired up against the War Turtles, and it's like you are most weak to ground and rock. It's like, oh no, but the
oh dear me.
So that Mega Steelix. I think PK is looking forward to this matchup as well, with because they're also quite weak to the old water type.
Yeah, it's
a Mega Swampert.
Oh lordy.
So Sam, that this one change in the transfer period, it's got some work to do, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
All right. Should we? That was our time to try and pep him back up, and we were like, no, it's impossible.
There is time to fix this. There is a time to fix this.
You just have to go back.
You gotta go back.
You gotta go back.
Should we pop it on?
What? Let's pop it on.
So, playing with this team is gonna be very difficult, and as such, it hits our Dante must die tier.
Yeah, no, it does.
Oh,
Which
Sorry,
it is like Dante Must Die mode in you will die in one hit. So if you get hit, that's it. It's game over. So you got to make sure you don't get hit. You got to
focus sash your way through the group stages, and then pre the knockouts, we have a transfer window that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just after the third round.
Yeah, I don't know where. I don't know. I think there is another one.
Yeah, after the first 3 games.
Might wanna look into that.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a shame, right? Because he's got like individual mons. He's got really good stuff like Mega Gardevoir, Garchomp, Lucario, Zeraora, Franagon, Drapion, Frostlass. They're all really good at what they do. Even our Malva's made it onto numerous
I can't remember
teams.
Who I was saying this to. It might have been UJP, that when we after the draft had ended, we're like, I think Samuel's kind of done it again. Like, he's got sniped a lot, yet he still managed to get some really good mons here.
Yeah,
and then it was only when we kind of like put it together, and it's like, yeah,
he's got a big problem.
It's entirely the earthquake issue,
Yeah,
right? That's like 90. That's 90% of it.
Good. Yeah.
The other 10% is the rocks.
Yeah.
Earthquake and removal.
Such an issue, right? Earthquake is the most killing move in our league.
Yeah,
probably the most killing move.
You saw the infographic, Sam, right? John was like, earthquake, earthquake. Look at it. There it is.
All right, we should end his.
So, a hyper offense team, but they're also very fast. They're more on the fast side. We said that's their aura. They're the second fastest.
Which character we gave him?
He's the
in a man when he's down.
He's the speed character from Mario Tennis. He is Baby Mario.
Baby Mario.
No defense on that boy.
You read into that as much or as little as you choose to. But it was the only speed character left.
And it seemed somewhat fitting.
It seemed. Anyway, let's move on. What is it with the Elikids in Draft Aalysahs? Like, the last time it was an absolute shit show as well. Not because their team was bad, we were just all over the shop.
It's just gotta get good at drafting.
I mean, despite every time we say he's got a terrible team, but every time he does pretty damn well with it. So, as always, prove us wrong. That's what we say.
Just fix a few things and you'd be really good.
I think if he thought like 1 or 2 steps further ahead in the game than what he currently does, he would win every game, right? Because he only loses because of Captain Hindsight.
Yeah.
Like, he loses because he makes a play. He's like, oh no, this was the obvious better move. It's like, well, if you just thought about what you needed to do to not do that, then you would win all of these games.
Draft a simpler team and then click the buttons.
But that's what PK's done.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. Yeah.
I was going to do, if you can't do, teach.
Just pick up a levitator. You'll be
He's going to absolutely smash me now. I'm going to be eating my words, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still needs to change as a team. Outside
Okay.
We've done him.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're done. Sorry, Sam.
That
was me.
Bang.
Okay. Next one. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So we've just gone from potentially the worst team in the league to either the best or the worst team in the league. You decide.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Okay. Joe, do you want to run us through it?
Sure thing. We have a Mega B, Mega Sableye. We have a Dragonite and a Blissey. You better not be looking, JP, in Tier 1. We have a Magnezone in Tier 2. A Lomomola and a Donphan in Tier 3. And then we have Sork in Tier 4. And finally, Caracosta, Togedemaru, and Chimeco in Tier 5.
First appearance for Chimeco.
Ooh. Right. Joe. I need to do a funny joke.
Okay.
Right. I need you to. In the editing, I'm going to put up a picture of Blissey, okay? I need you to say when I'm going to put on the picture of Blissey. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
What? We should put up the Blissey now!
My camera is too good at adjusting the light level. I was hoping it would just be like pure, like super bright. But hey,
he's gone to the shadow realm.
Gone to the shadow realm. It's perfect. It's
the realm of light.
Cannot be broken. Sorry, I looked up at my light and then I thought, Blissey, wait, I can do a thing.
I can use this.
I can use this. Comedy. Anyway, right, I'm going to shut up
back in the room
a bit now.
Yeah, it's that team. There it is. A lot of people have said a lot of things about it.
People said a lot of wrong things about it.
People don't know quite what it is. I don't know. I probably won't reveal too much on this little.
As much as I would love to warn the people about
what's their impending doom,
I really want to see game 1. I really want to see it.
We're going to try our darndest. We're going to try our darndest, guys.
I mean the thing that's obvious, right? This is a stall team. Like, you are rocking that.
Even
defense.
if it's not technically stall, it's not an offensive team. This is defense up the wazoo.
Yeah.
What are you kidding me? What's the survey say? Let's get in the survey first. Let's see what happens
there. Okay. I mean, it's a mixed. It's mixed.
Yeah, this is the most mom-like team.
I mean, so the pie chart's going to come on the screen, and it's going to be quite funny. But like when I looked partway through, it was like perfect split between all of them.
Like S and C.
So you've got 2 S ranks, 6 A ranks, 4 B ranks, 2 C ranks, and 2 D ranks.
2 D ranks.
People hate you.
They hate the champ.
Sorry, my team last season got a D rank from someone, so
it did. But no, I think that was Rob.
That was Rob. Spite. That was spite.
Yeah. So if Rob has participated in this survey, then yeah, probably one of them's Rob. If not, I think Mark maybe, because he seemed pretty upset about your team, and I don't know, maybe one of out of your league, because they also hated your team.
Well, that's it. There's a difference between hate and thinking it's bad. That's the survey's meant to be how good you think the team is.
I don't think you could rationale this. Maybe you could rationale this being a D.
I think you could, because you'll be like, well, what's going to kill me? Like an underperforming Magnezone. Who cares? Like, this is a shit team.
We've never seen Magnezone do anything, let alone perform or not perform. It came to
I mean,
one.
I managed to beat it with a Florges, and that's weak to Magnezone.
You beat it with a special wall.
Yeah, but it is weak to steel.
Yeah, it's a team. It's a team.
Okay, right. So let's talk about some statage, right? Because there's a few points of note for your team. Your team. So you have the highest base HP in the league.
He has a Blissey.
Probably because you have a Blissey and a
Alola.
Yeah. Somewhat polarizing. Yeah, so you're 101, which is actually so much higher. The next closest is 88 on the war turtles. So you're over 10 higher, but like the range between the highest and the lowest is 32 base, which is the biggest gap. Speed actually has one higher. But funnily enough, you have the lowest speed in the league.
I can see it. I'll be honest.
You also have the lowest special attack in the league.
I mean, there's a Magnezone there, it's not bad, right? 130, that'll do me.
Yeah.
You also have
1-1.
You also have the second lowest attack in the league.
I got a Dragonite, I got a Sork, and I got a Domfan. That's enough for me. Any more than that would be greedy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Too rich for my blood.
I could take away from all these hyper offense teams. I just,
Yeah, so
I could be meeker. I could be meeker.
So Blissey is literally polarizing the heck out of your stats with its 2 attack,
It's very hard.
10 million
5.
HP, and whatever speed. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beats all.
It's not as bad as the shuffle.
Actually-
Like if it was the shuffle, it'd be.
What's
way
your
worse.
actual defense stats? Like, how are they? On there?
I mean, Blissey's got 10 for defense, and he's still got a very high defense.
Magnazone's what, 115. Alola Mola's okay.
You're kind of average on the base stats, so I
Alola
guess
Mola's
because
80.
you have stuff that's really good in those stats and stuff that's really bad in those stats, it kind of evens out.
It all evens out.
Yeah,
It's a balanced team, guys. Yeah, it's a
It's
balanced
a balanced team. Yeah,
Totally
balanced.
balanced. Absolutely balanced.
I just had a really dumb idea for a team, inspired from our Let's Play.
Yeah.
So
I kinda
I was
like
just
that.
I was like, oh, sick! I'm gonna give that a go because I've got nothing left to prove here.
So you got a little dragon on there.
The winningest person in the league. You've won 2 championships and possibly won the most games overall.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I just see that little dragon out there, little pat. Oh,
Pat.
Pet.
That's got to do a lot of the damaging lifting.
So yeah, so
It's disgusting.
Offensive speed is
offense
garbage.
speed are bad.
Yes.
I mean, offense isn't the worst. As I said, we have got a Dragonite, which a Dragonite is pretty scary.
It's 1, 3, 4.
Yeah, Magnazone with analytic, those flash cannons and thunderbolts are going to be doing mad damage if anything tries to switch into it.
130 base
Over 100.
120. 120 physical.
Yeah, I think we've kind of glossed over the fact that there is a Sork and a Chimeco on this team.
We'll
can
get
we
to
talk
them.
a little bit? Okay, we'll get to them. But
So I think we'll get
you simply must tell us about
and
those
also,
Pokemon.
you can't discount for the offense the Caracosta, which has 108 and has Shell Smash. So,
Yeah. And I think that people probably want to know what the heck this Togedemaru's doing.
it's being cute.
It's alright. It's just been a little Togedemaru. It's fine. I've drafted it before, right? It's just one of my favorite Pokemon. Don't you worry, your pretty little head.
I can just imagine Ray shouting at the screen right now. Because I remember in the draft stream when you picked over, it was like, oh, he's gone for Togedemaru. Like, I don't know
Of course he has.
Of course he has. Fucking.
I just thought
Don't want to know
I
who's doing that.
didn't have enough electric steel types, so I thought I'd better get. So
Yeah, why not, eh?
Yeah, fuck poison. Like,
Happily, this means you have 2 4 times ground weaknesses, so we can only be thankful that you've given us this boon.
yep.
he's given us the rod to which to hang us.
Yeah.
Not the rod.
So, but unfortunately, if we try and earthquake them, and then Aloma Mona just comes out and it's like, oh no.
Brenda, yeah.
I'm
Big
a
Brenda.
marshmallow.
Oh god. What else do you want to say about this team?
I mean, pretty darn defensive. A pretty darn defensive.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
How are we killing it? How are we getting through you?
Well, there are 4
You're not.
fighting weaknesses on it. There is that.
Yeah.
There is 4 fighting weaknesses, and the only resistance in his upper tier is Dragonite. So
Don't forget the
Day.
Mega Sableye, who is immune. So
Yeah.
unless you got, it doesn't say that.
Oh,
On the
I've
does
just
that.
realised just how evil the Mega Sableye pick is. Because not only is it a Mega Sableye around about all that, like you can't even you can't even future sight the Alomomola because you switch into Sableye.
What's great is if you want to try and kill Blissey with either a Psyshock or a nice fighting move, Sableye's like, hey-o, how you doing?
Hey.
I'm immune to both of them. Let's take it off.
you were having some fun against Ferrothorns with Sableye as well.
Oh, yeah. What does a Ferrothorn do to a Mega Sableye? It has to click Power Whip and do like 12% of its health.
Guess who has the Ferrothorn? Hello.
Because you can't
I'm
spike
not looking
it.
forward to that matchup. Round 2.
Leech Seed it. Oh, this actually got us thinking about Leech Seed on Pokemon that aren't Grass type, which I think that there was 2 of them, wasn't there?
2. Celesteela and Combe.
Yeah. So if they use Leech Seed against Magic Bouncer, then the Leech Seed will bounce back onto them and they get seeded, so the Mega Sableye starts healing, which is gross. Because normally you don't see it because all the Leech Seed mons are Grass type, so it's just, I guess it doesn't do anything.
Unless I've already used Soak on a Lola Mola to turn them into a Water type, so that when I swap...
Does it get Soak?
Get Soak, to turn them into water. So I can toxic everyone. It's fine. Oh, God.
Gross. Why is Alomomola tier 3?
Oh, no, it's too high a tier. God,
used to be tier 4, right?
What? Yeah, it was when I had it.
Oh, God. Yeah. What season was that?
5, I want to say.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was 2, I'd be like, that explains everything.
Back in the days.
Back in the Mercury days, which surprisingly was one of the kill leaders of that season.
Yeah.
All right. Hazards.
Hazards were okay. Dragonite, Defog. We've got Caracosta set in rocks. Mega Sableye is Magic Bounce, obviously. Blissey sets rocks. Donphan sets and spins rocks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not too shabby. Chinaco gets Defog as well.
Yeah, but it is mainly going to be Donphan that's getting away the rocks for that Dragonite to keep its multi-scale.
Yeah, I mean, that's like pretty much the main reason I'm like, I need the Donphan.
Yeah,
because I remember I was saying like, wouldn't it be cool if you got that Incineroar that just got put back? And he was like, yeah, but I need the Rapid Spin.
I just need the Rapid Spin. So, hey-ho. I
Fair
cannot
enough.
believe Incineroar is on the bench. It's one of the best ones.
It is fantastic. You were trying to get me to get it instead of Talonflame. I was like, I need the Talonflame for the Talonflame things.
The taunt.
And then I'd have to get rid of the Absol. I was like, no, I want to keep the Absol. I like the Absol.
So hands control, flexibility. We got some.
He's
flex.
got a Dragonite. You're literally the one who made flexible Dragonite a thing, so it's like...
Zero moves Dragonite. They were swearing at you on the draft stream about that Dragonite.
I was loving it.
He's back.
He's back. It is rightful owner.
Back in Pat form. Yes, let's go.
Pat came home.
Came home to roost.
I enjoyed Dragonite. It's just a comfier version of Salamence, right? So Salamence
Why is
can take
everything
related to Salamence?
because Salamence does.
I could only think in Salamences.
It's like half a Salamence with a bit of a quarter of a Salamence mixed in.
Yeah, but a Salamence dies in one hit, whereas Dragonite doesn't. And then Dragonite can Dragon Dance, and it can actually get the Dragon Dance off that the Salamence needs.
It's true.
Right, anything else we want to say about this, or should we
I think we've done pretty much everything. It's defensive, it's got good hazard controls, a bit of flexibility, buckle speed and offense. So have fun with that, everyone.
Hey, are you ready to see Dragonite get every kill every single game?
Watch him do it with 0 offensive moves.
I mean, like I said, I can't kill Pat. Like,
yeah, we don't want to kill Pat.
Everything we've been through.
names it something else against everyone else except for me and PK. Just calls it Pat. No.
Just call him dear, sweet, innocent Pat every time I get to you guys.
Okay. Right, let's put you in a tier then. Put you in your place.
This boy.
Your stally annoying team.
This team. It's a spicy meatball.
It couldn't be anything but.
It couldn't be. It's also
spicy.
It's so in the middle of being possibly the best team in the league and almost definitely the worst team.
So like I've said all along. Yeah. It's
a fun team.
I have to play flawlessly for this to actually fucking work. Otherwise,
if it works,
it's gonna be absolutely.
It's gonna be so good. Good.
All I'll say to people is it's a theme team.
There is a theme.
Team
team from our Let's Play.
Yeah.
Better be watching, kids.
Better be watching. So, of course, there is only one character from the Mario Tennis roster that fits this nefarious being. It's going to take some serious technique to pull off. It's also like the whole team revolves around a particular technique. He is Waluigi, 100%.
And Waluigi famous for only appearing in this tennis game, so it's fun.
Also famous for only saying "wah." He appears in golf and karts and party.
I meant the sports games, not the.
Oh yeah, and Smash is his trophy. Rest in peace.
There's a new golf coming out, but we'll get to that on a different show. This is not the time for segues into meaningless. Okay. This is time for quick, efficient.
Oh, yeah, we've only got 3 teams left to do, right?
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're nearly there.
And it's still the same day when we started recording.
I know.
It is.
Bang, 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 bang.
Power for one
Next
bang.
team. And next up. Oh, we're nearly. Oh God, we are nearly there.
Yeah, we're nearly there. Yeah.
I can't believe it. Also, if everyone's on this spreadsheet, then also can you please move your cursor off of the box of where the team is? It probably is me, but I don't know if it's someone else. Please move it. Right,
it's not us.
Okay, it's just that every time I hover over it, it's just got my full name.
Yeah, that means it's your cursor.
But how is it? Hang on, right. Maybe
default swaps things.
Maybe I can fix. No, I need to fix it, so it's going to drive me absolutely nuts.
We were doing so well.
Oh, hey, it was me.
Yeah, we can see your cursor.
It was me.
Surrounded by
it was me all along. Right. Chippenham Chow. I mean, this is always.
I can't believe I'm into a rug.
Oh, babe, what is this? I'm talking a rug here. Right, Chippenham Town Show. I mean, the Chubby Hum Toon Chard Melons. We also didn't say the Crooked Crocodiles. Mega Charizard X.
Did they draft that before?
This is the face of the man who took my Mew. Sylveon in tier 2. Crocodile, there it is. Salamence Light in tier 3 with a Tentacruel and Decidueye Buddy. Bronzong in tier 4 alongside Regirock, which I've discovered is actually the coolest tier 4 ever because it has the best set in the world. Tier 5 Articuno and Hitmonchan as well, which is commonly picked, rarely brought to any game.
Almost never brought. I think it has a singular appearance where it got a kill. It was the One Punch Man last season.
It was the One Punch Man.
If I remember correctly.
Did one punch, one kill.
Did one punch and got a kill.
And then pieced out for the rest of the league.
My work here is
done. I think this team is really good.
You two both think this team's really, really good.
Yep. In fact, we equally rated it high, very high on our list of 60.
And whilst I did rate it high, it wasn't as high as you two. However, what did the rest of the league think?
The rest of the league, they gave this is me. I have to do this. This is my one job. Actually, no, this is one of my many jobs. S rank, they got 4 of them. A rank, they got 8 of them. B rank, 3. 1 C rank, no Ds. Percentage of 73.4, which is an A+.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, to be honest.
Yeah, even if I'm not as hot on it as you guys are, I still put it in A. I still put it as one of the best teams. It's just,
Yeah.
Not quite as high as what we rated it. So why is it so good then?
I mean, it's a really nice balanced team, right? So offense, it's not one of these hyper offense teams, but you still have a Mew that can boost up and hit you, has the unique Z move. You've got Sylveon, which again still has a big old special attack stat. Crocodile, Moxie, Intimidate,
and 117 attack stat.
Stab Earthquakes to wipe the Ealing Elikids off the map.
Yeah.
Articuno there isn't a slouch, even though it's, Pika will tell you it's the worst thing ever. Mega Charizard X, big, strong, wall-breaking sweeper with its Dragon Dance, Fire Blitz. Decidueye isn't too bad. Still like 100 and something.
I think it's 107.
And it does get was it the most powerful Ghost C move, wasn't it?
Spirit never ending.
Yeah.
So it's not a hyper offense team, but there's a Mega Charizard X, a Crocodile, a Mew. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the offense that it has is good, right? It has, it's kind of bulky offense, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say it's close.
You've got things like Mew, Sylveon, Crook, all bulky offense. Mega Charizard X, at least when it's Mega Evolved, it doesn't have that 4 times weakness Rock.
I think,
and Dragon Fire is really nice typing.
I guess because you've got the Mega Charizard X there, what you are missing is a big special attacker. You Mew and Sylveon are there, but they're not it's not a Thundy T or a Mega Alakazam.
Yeah, Sylveon, it's 110, so it's got to be you need to
get some Calm Mind
box or something. Yeah.
It's pretty decent. It can punch some holes when it needs to.
Yeah, this also isn't particularly the fastest team either. Nothing is over 100.
Yeah, they've got Mew and Charizard at 100. Right?
3 of them. Tentacruel is also 100. Yeah. However, they do boost their speed, with the dancing, or they've got priority everywhere.
Yeah, they're not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, Mega Charizard X is one of the premier Dragon Dancers before after Zygarde got removed from the league.
Yeah. It's just missing that out of the box speed, out of the box power. Everything here does need to boost up for it to be a threat, right?
Yeah, but he's got enough defense that he can wear you down without needing to do that.
Yeah, and he could live the turn where he needs to boost up, because you ain't one-shotting that Mew while it does a nasty plot, are you?
Yeah, exactly. So, Genesis Supernova, he's still got the nuke option on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does the team benefit from Psychic Terrain? We've not actually thought about that.
Psychic Terrain stops the priority, right? So...
Okay, so it means things like Charizard aren't going to get outspent by...
Sucker Punched, and can't be Aqua Jetted, or... We haven't actually got a Lycan Rock in this league.
No Lycan Rocks, no, so it doesn't need to worry about that. Yeah, I guess the rest of it doesn't care too much. Actually, it hampers the Crocodile. Oh no, Crocodile doesn't get Sucker Punch, right?
Crocodile doesn't get Sucker Punch.
Doesn't. Okay, yeah. So actually, it's fine.
Decidueye does.
Also, doesn't get Dragon.
Yeah. Sorry, Decidueye, you are correct. Doesn't. So it does get Shadow Sneak. So I guess not ideal.
And Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch as well. Doesn't it?
Sucker Punch as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just needs to be careful about playing.
It's it's not the worst because it's not there from the start. He has to use the unique Z. So.
Mac Punch on Hitmonchan, and Articuno does get Ice Shard, though probably will never run it unless you're me.
So defense pretty good. Bulk, Mew, Sylveon, Intimidate, Bronzong, Articuno, Tentacruel, Decidueye, Regirock, even Hitmonchan's pretty damn good.
So
on the stat, I think that's a stat.
There is a stat on the defense side. So their regular defense is 99, which is one of the highest. But special defense, they have the highest of 106.
I was going to say it had to be the highest because Hitmonchan's special defense is great. Sylveon's special defense is very good. Same as Articuno, I think.
Yep. So the Charmeleons actually have the highest total base stat in the league of 544. The lowest was the Krugan Crocodiles with 498.
He doesn't need it.
Of 46.
Not a wasted stat point on my team. We are lean. We are exactly
in the prime cut.
We are ready for that weigh-in because we ain't got a spare pound on us. Cool.
Yeah. So because their regular defense is still pretty good, I'm not, because I was going to be a bit worried that the fact that their special defense is so high and there's so many physically offensive teams in their league, because they're still covered on regular defense, it's fine. They're fine.
It's fine.
Use 100 with Will-O-Wisp, Crocodile with Intimidate, like. Yeah, it's still pretty darn good. And a Regirock right there. That Regirock is probably skewing the defenses quite a bit, but
that's true.
Well, lots of defense.
Yeah,
but he's got them then.
Yeah.
Usually, if they had something skewing the numbers, we'd probably count it out. But it does not have just Regirock on this team.
Yeah,
so it's
Intimidate on Crook though is nice.
Yeah.
As we said, yeah.
The hazards. What are we looking at hazard wise? PK. What we got?
Well, we have the Mew, which obviously has rocks. Got the Crook that has rocks. We have Tentacle having toxic spikes. We have Bronzong and Regirock with rocks. So he's got a lot of setters and a lot of good stuff. Defog wise, again, they have quite a way to get rid of them. They have Mew again. Charizard.
Charizard never wants to leave.
It's never going to bring it, but had to mention it. It's there. Tentacle, very good rapid spinner.
Yeah.
Hitmonchan, very good rapid spinner. Decidueye gets defog. They have good ways of setting and getting rid of them.
Articuno also gets defog.
Yeah, but I never Articuno.
For a second, I thought that was Articuno gets rapid spin. What?
There are two weaknesses to rocks on this team, but
Charizard.
One of them is an Articuno.
Yeah, but one of them is
a Charizard. Yeah, which does let him down a little bit. But he's got good ways of getting rid of it, because as we know, Mew can do anything, and Tentacruel is very good at getting rid.
What rating did we give for Hazard? What was the number out of 5?
I believe it's a 3. I want to say.
Did we only give them a 3? I feel like
it's a 4.
Oh no, we gave it a 4. Yeah, we gave it a 4.
Give it a 4.
I mean, I'd go higher than that on retrospect.
Yes, I know you would, and I'm pretty sure we had this conversation, and we were like,
there's a Charizard, there's no Magic Bouncer.
They still have Mew, Tentacruel, and
they got great.
It's good quality.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
And
they've quality and quantity.
We're not changing all of our shit right now.
I've got grounded poison type and Tentacruel and toxic spikes.
We took this into account already.
It's already been factored in.
Where?
The numbers mean nothing.
Yeah, remember
the numbers guide to where you put them in your 1 to 16. Remember? So the number doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, we're not actually telling them the numbers this time.
Nothing really matters except for that ranking.
Exactly.
Anyway, is this a flexible team?
Yeah, they're Mew.
It's pretty damn flexible.
5 for flexibility, got Mew.
Sylveon can either be a wall or it can be a setup heater or a cleric, Crook, we've seen can be this intimidating, stealth-rocking, Rocky Helmet bastard, or it can be a Moxie Earthquake
Choice Scarf
Sweeper,
Bronzong has some tech.
Bronzong, you don't know what weakness it's bringing along. And Mark was a weakness policy set he's been using.
Yeah.
Apparently has gotten pretty good effect.
What, Bronzong?
Yeah.
Nah, mate, stick that on the Regirock. Stick that on the Regirock.
What is this Regirock set that you
weakness policy Regirock.
Yeah.
Anything else?
It lives the physical hit. It's got a really high attack stat anyway. It lives the second hit, so it gets like another 2 to 3 attacks. So it gets 2 to 3 attacks.
All it needs is the speed. Because it's got sturdy, and it's also got clear body if you want it, so whichever one it needs. And then if it gets that speed up, and obviously the attack boost, it means it's like a 150 speed, 150 attack.
It's got a
200 defense, 200
clap.
And with drain punch to recover,
it's gonna be like
itself,
Takeshi.
they lose.
Like Bosh.
Yeah,
the one bang.
Yeah, that's where we learn how to speed things up. The power of Takeshi, the one bang. But,
we'll learn of Takeshi in the one bang.
You will learn Takeshi in the one bang. So this is a pretty good team. That's what this is like.
Is it time for the tier?
I think it's time for the tier. Unless anyone had anything else to say, we kind of went through everything.
No, I'm just down a say it's a good team more, really.
Yeah, it's very much it's a good team.
In fact, you are strong and wise, and I'm very proud of you.
Very proud of you.
Very
in
proud.
the survey, I actually rated this an S. I think it's one of the best teams.
I gave this an A.
I think in our ordering, me and you both put it second, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we put it
Said this
like
was the second best team.
we couldn't decide which was better out of this, the Masquerains and the Shedinjas. The Shedinjas was just like, the numbers aren't there, but we're scared of it. And the Masquerains...
Masquerades to me was
Masquerades
like
are
overall
really nice.
better.
They're really
but
nice.
Yeah, they have a really nice both balance and synergy to them.
Yeah.
And the
Honestly.
numbers. Yeah, it's good.
My rating had a couple of outliers in that. Like it had had some. I had it 6th, but yeah, I could.
But I feel like this team, it has really good kind of everything.
Yes.
Like
It's kind of
not
above
like
average in everything, isn't it? Like
yeah, it's not the
It
fact that
doesn't
it's got everything.
down
or it's missing
anywhere.
everything. It's got everything and it's good at everything.
Yeah.
yeah, it helps having a mute. But
He is going to have to, be a bit flexible, and it's that flexibility which leads us to his Mario Tennis character.
ooh,
That flexibility is going to have to show quite a lot of technique to use in the right way each game. So that makes this team the technique character Shy Guy.
Shy Guy.
Shy Guy. Yeah,
that's a Chris Munden Shy Guy right there.
Chris Munden,
Great team.
Shy Guy.
absolutely great team.
Yeah,
Oh dear. So good team. I hope he enjoys playing that character in the Mario Tennis tournament. Patent pending.
Right. Our penultimate team.
Penultimate team, no way.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Okay. It's the Bisto Shitty B Squares.
That it is.
Allow me to say that again. The Bisto Shitty B Square.
Christ.
See, I can be mean to Mark because he's so annoying to me in Among Us. He just doesn't quit. Right. So, his team, however, is something we do need to talk about. So he's got Mega A of Mega Tyranitar, Excadrill in Tier 1, Tangrowth and Como in Tier 2. Remember, Como was joint kill leader last season with the Registeel. Rotom Heat in Tier 3, Ribombee, and Jellicent and Sigilif in Tier 4. All of them kind of horrible for different reasons. Kangaskhan in Tier 5, as well as Piloswine. Really, really good value pick there in Piloswine. Can't believe it got put back by someone.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. So what are we thinking, guys, when we look at this team?
Oh, boy, is that a sand core with a Tangrowth and then a stupid oven.
It's got a lot of good shit on there.
It's got a lot of good
It's
stuff
the
going
good
for it.
doctor.
What does
Good
the
doctor.
survey say?
The survey. Oh, you're probably quite interested in this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are interested in this, aren't you? No, sorry. Oh, the winner whale boys want to know this.
That's fine, JP. Don't bother telling us. Moving on.
Yeah, really.
we got better things to do. Bye. No. Right. Okay. So they got 4 S ranks, 8 A ranks, 3 B ranks, and 1 C rank, which equals 73.4%, which is an A+. So the exact same as the Charmeleons that we just had.
Nice. Yeah.
In terms of their number. Actually, the distribution was the same as well. Lol.
Yeah,
Like literally exactly the same.
exactly the same.
Yeah, 4, 8, 3, 1.
Okay. Well, let's jump in. Offense. You've got
Hey.
Excadrill hitting hard as heck, especially if you have Sand Force.
Yeah.
Tangrowth no slouch with 100 and 110 on both its attacking stats. Mega T-Tar is just
Yeah,
Right,
it's
it's a little bit
164 attack, 95 special.
with a Dragon Dance set that, will take everything you know and love. Rabombo Quiver Dance is up.
Yep. And 95 base even to begin with, so
Yeah.
it's not the worst.
Comma-O has the belly drum and the dragon dance and the bulk up and the
clang scales, 110
and the clangs and the
clang.
clangs and the clang. Don't forget
Even
the clang.
Angus Khan has 95. Like
Sigilyph, never count out the Sigilyph's offense when it starts calm minding up. And
or cosmic
Wireless
power.
Wine has 100.
yes, cosmic power, rather, and stored power, and yeah.
Also
don't count
annoying defensively because of the cosmic power and
Psycho Shift magic.
Psycho
gun.
Shift, that's the one, with the
Flame orb.
Burn them.
Yeah.
What is Kangaskhan's Khan's ability?
It has 3. It's Scrappy. It's also got Early Bird, I want to say.
Scrappy is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's Early Bird, Scrappy, and Inner Focus. But you say that like...
So he can't be flinched, can't be slept, and can hit ghost types. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All at once.
Don't completely sleep on the rest Early Bird Kangaskhan. There is a set that's pretty annoying.
Rest early bird. What? So when you rest, do you just instantly wake up and it's like a full recover?
It's one turn rather than
one
2
turn
turns.
sleep. Oh.
Yeah, and there.
Oh no.
There was a set that I've seen and wrote down somewhere that's pretty disgusting if it works.
God. I never thought about that on early bird. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always think of like hydration in the rain with a rest, but you don't think about early bird.
We must remember, this is a man who has just been playing loads of wacky stuff in Gen 8, and like he's seen things we can't even comprehend.
He's been doing draft leagues on the side of this draft. He's been cheating on this draft league with other draft leagues.
Yeah, right, that's it. Dante must die. Let's go.
Newer model.
So yeah, pretty offensive. It's not one of the hyper offense teams, but it will hit you hard. I guess you could say it's missing a bit of that special attack. Comma-O is kind of going to need to be the special attacker here. Comma-O, Rabombi, Tangrowth, Rotom, Heat, and it's like, but they're not like the biggest special attackers, are they?
No.
Yeah. Speed-wise, they are pretty slow.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got mainly Rabombo.
Rabombi's fast, and then you have Excadrill in the sand is fast as heck.
Yeah.
Other than that, pretty
Sigilyph, I want to say, is 97. 97, yeah.
And I mean, there is a tailwind there, but also the other thing you have to think about is Rabombi getting that sticky webs. Like that changes things quite a bit for the team, because the team's not like mega slow, so that with a sticky webs, they're pretty much still going to outspeed most stuff. Like they're not.
Yeah, they've got a few things in the 80s and 90s. Like
yeah.
After sticky webs, that's going to really be annoying for people.
It's going to be more than enough. Yeah. Defensively, I mean, they got pretty good. They got Tangrowth, Rotom, Mega T-Tar in the sand is a ball leg to try and get through.
Rotom and a Jellicent, like
Sigilyph we've already mentioned is fucking horrible.
Then a Pilus Wine is a tier 5.
Comma-O, its defenses are its highest stats. Everyone always thinks, it's a belly drum. It can just be a Stealth Rock's asshole, and that's kind of it. It's like
And on the stat sheet, I was just going to say the HP is I guess above average on 87, and attack and defense are both on 94, which is above average. So they are pretty good on the physical side and HP wise. Special side, it falls down a little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Pilus Wine again with Eviolite. It's just horrible. So pretty dang defensive. And then we get to flexibility. Still pretty damn good, right? Excadrill, you don't know if it's going to be Sand Force or Sand Rush, or it's just going to be sub-toxic HP.
Yeah.
Like annoying.
Rapid Spin.
Yeah, utility Excadrill. Tangrowth, you don't know if it's going to be physical or special. You don't know if it's just going to be full tank.
Seed.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty nasty.
Combo's just going to clang.
But the thing is, it can either clang or Or it can dragon dance. It can
It'll
bolt
sub, it'll dragon dance, it'll belly drum, it'll
or
totomize.
be a tank. So it's can do all these things.
That mod.
Same with Tyranitar. It could just be a big bulky attacker. Could be a dragon dance sweeper. Rabombi could be a cleric or a lead, or it could be a quiver dance sweeper.
Suicide lead, quiver dancer, yeah.
Sigalith does one thing,
God.
but it does
It
incredibly
does more
annoying
than one thing.
It can do other stuff though. Like its stats are still not bad to just do, to come out and choice spec hit stuff. Yeah, exactly. And then you've got Jellicent and Sigalith both have Trick Room, which, as we said, this team's pretty slower than most teams, so could use that fairly well. It's pretty overall, pretty damn good team, right?
It's a good old team. I mean, the league gave it an A+. What tier are we putting in? Got a cheeky little space in each of the above ones. There's lots of space next to the Alakids.
There's only 2 teams left. But is that? Is this the power of Ultra Instinct?
Oh my god!
We think this is the S rank.
Yeah.
A S rank. There might be another one.
This was actually the other team I rated an S rank.
Okay.
So both in our individual opinion ratings and in the points, this scored the highest.
We unanimously agreed on the top team and the bottom team.
The thing is, we didn't want to put this top. We tried to talk ourselves out of it, but there was no way we could get out of it. This was just the best for us. So.
It was just the best, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's worth noting that we did think the best teams in previous seasons were better than this. So
yes, that's true. And it's same for both our points and the survey.
Yes.
Everything this season is worse than it's ever been in all previous seasons.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just ratings have just gone down a bit.
Yeah, so if I kept the exact same metrics from last season applied to this one, no teams would have got S ranks, and we would have had some D ranks. So I felt this way: we get an S rank, and no one gets a D rank.
On the survey. Yeah.
So it could have been worse, youngers. It could have been worse. It's a good old team. What can I say? Well done, Mark.
Yeah, well done. And a team like this, it's got good defense, good flexibility. It's got a little bit of offense, speed's got some tricky stuff going on. So you're going to need a good bit of technique to be able to pilot this team, I think.
Ooh.
So
who's left? We've only got 2 characters, the entire roster left.
Yeah, well, technique team, it's Toad.
Toad!
Yeah.
I'm the best. It's just as annoying as Mark is.
Yes.
I can say it. Right. Finally, our last team,
but not least,
the season 7 Draft Aalysahs. Raves, the Buff Sooty Boof Allens.
Yeah,
Sooty Boof Allens.
Also known as the Bath City Boof Allens. And
what they got, JP? One last
I was going to say, does PK want to read out? PK hasn't read out any others of his own.
Okay, I can do so.
Condescendingly, I just meant like,
you really
please do. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll do some work. Prick.
We have a
mega. Pay me overtime for this.
We have a Mega B, and that B stands for Blastoise. In Tier 1, we have Tapu Bulu and Latios. Tier 2, we have the Hippie Gunk and Muckalola. Tier 3, we have Cobalion and Yanmega. Tier 4, we have a Spiritomb, which is a Ray staple, it seems. Tier 5, we have a Leafeon. Yeah. We have a Raichu and a Kecleon.
I did want a Raichu.
You did one there, right? Yeah.
Raichu, best tier 5. Keep saying it. Keeps bloody sweeping people, and they keep
I've had it.
keeping it in tier 5.
I've had it and used it not even just as a sweeper, also has a weird like nuzzle screen setter. Like,
Oh yeah,
Super good.
that was
Super
really good. That's why that won you a game.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of someone's Espion.
Oh, I think you might think of Espion. Yeah.
We should
So
mention this team was our yardstick with which we measured
Yeah.
every other team against.
It
This
was,
was
the
the
first
answer.
team we
For work.
did,
Yes.
as well as being a pretty nice team. Looking at it, to rate everything against.
It's a bulky offense team.
This is a Ray team.
It's a balance. Yeah, it's a balanced team, isn't it?
This is a balanced
bulky
team with
offense, yeah.
slightly bulkier things. This is Ray to a T. Right?
Ready to a T. Just it's lacking regenerator and slowbro that is kind of synonymous with
Yes.
him.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we find out what the league thoughts about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Ray. Let's see if all this time being nice to people has paid off.
Firing up.
We're going to see
He's buttering
Tyrant
up this
Ray
one
in a
moment.
second if it all goes wrong.
Oh no, 12 D ranks. No. No, they get 1 S rank, 6 A ranks, 8 B ranks, and 1 C rank, which goes to 60.9%, which is a B rank.
There we go.
So
Yeah.
Pretty yardstickable. if you
pretty
ask me.
yardstickable, if you ask. Pretty middle of the road. Okay, yeah.
It's enough to turn a man neutral.
It's enough to turn a man neutral, right?
All I
So
know
let's
is
talk about their offense
maybe.
then.
Offense.
We have
They
identified
I have a
bulky
Bulu.
offense. They have
They
a
have a-
Bulu.
They have a Tapu Bulu. They have a Sword Stance and Cabalion. They have a Leafeon, which ain't no slouch. Blastoise, ain't no slouch.
Blastoise Mega is pretty good.
Yeah. Latios, ain't no slouch. And Tinted Lens Yam Mega, ain't no slouch. Raichu as well, we mentioned,
Raichu, Nasty
Happy
Plot,
pretty hard.
Raichu. Spiritomb's got okay-ish stats. Like,
It's
It's
better
like-
than you
and
think.
foul play.
It's all
Stab
pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It's all pretty
The-
good.
The
Yeah.
Tapu Bulu was drafted purely to mess with Joe because it counters his 2 walls. But it also heals his 2 walls with grassy terrain. My God, yeah.
Tops them off.
Tops them off. Top them off, fam. Yeah, Mega Blastoise was really good in the last season. First time it was drafted, and it's put in work. So I'm looking forward to see what Ray can do with that. Yeah, the defense side, it's bulk, but we thought it didn't really have any walls, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's like everything here can take a hit pretty much. But nothing
The
here.
Yeah, closest they've got is Spiritomb with 108 in both, but
Yeah, but again, that's got no recovery. So
Yeah.
it's like, you're lacking something that you can really just chuck in the way and be like, "Yep, you can't get through this."
yeah.
You need to switch out and do something.
Yeah,
else.
it has to use rest, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
rest, sleep, talk.
Yeah, like Latios does get Aussie Roost and Recover, but it isn't the...
It is
It's
frailer.
not a
than you want it
Latias.
to be. Yeah. Nor is it a mega of either form.
Nor is
Yeah.
it Mega, no. Yeah. I mean, Blast, that's the thing, right? They have bulk, they have a Tapu
Yeah,
Bulu to
that's
keep the
literally
bulk
it.
healthy.
Right.
Like Bulu
Which is
will
good.
take. Yeah, that's the thing. This thing does have the grassy terrain. Like that is
Yeah.
their recovery, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's not tier.
Yeah, and it's got things that are hard to get through, like that Blastoise, which has just got good stats everywhere other than like speed and HP. So it's like,
Yeah.
But our argument is if something is boosted up, there's nothing here he can really send in that'll take that hit.
Yeah, like put him against the Charmeleons or the Shedinjas, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like they just kind of steamroll over him.
Yeah.
I think even I have a nice time of it just because I have more offense than their offense.
True.
your offense is more ultimate than theirs.
My offense is bigger.
Speed
big
sort
power.
of get past, but they're okay. Cabalion's fast. Spiritomb and Cabalion both have priority. Mega Blastoise has the Aqua Jet. Latios fast as hell. Yeah, Mega with speed boost, very fast.
Yeah.
Raichu fast as well. Even Kecleon gets like Sucker Punch. So there's quite a lot of good speed and priority going around. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then hazard-wise, like it's Cobalion, really. It's Cobalion or Kecleon. So it's Cobalion.
Yeah, so that's their setting.
And then getting rid, they've got a very good Rapid Spinner in Blastoise and 2 Defoggers in Latios and Yanmega. Yanmega, you're not going to defog.
Yeah, Yanmega, you never want to be defogging on, do you?
Yeah. Not only is it 4 times weak to it, it's like...
And you need a move for a Protect for the speed boost.
Yeah, exactly.
I do quite like Latios as a defogger. Like, I know that you want to have the offensive moves on it, but because it's so offensive, it does scare a lot of things out, which gives you that turn to defog. Then you still have Latios out against him, which is nice. But yeah, he doesn't have a lot, and there are better ones in the league.
Yeah, it's pretty yard sticky. Pretty yard sticky,
right?
Yeah. Like the last thing is flexible. It's mainly inflexible team. That's where it loses points.
It's a bulky offense team, right? And all the Pokemon kind of do one thing. It does have nice synergies with the grassy terrain and the bulk, but I mean the Pokemon are largely going to be doing the same thing every time. But then again, that's kind of Ray's play style. Like he doesn't go too far outside the box with wacky stuff, and when he does, it tends to backfire.
He's the tortoise, not the hair, right? He's the tortoise, the Dom's hair. Dom went for a blitzing season 1, won the race, and was like, the hair, and then it's just collapsed at exhaustion. Meanwhile, the tortoise has been crawling along, performing well in every season.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, we don't talk about Ray's last season though. But no, this is it's a really solid bulky offense. I think if you were going to make a bulky offense team, this is a really good example of it. I just wish there was a wall on it, like at least one thing to switch it to.
Yeah, like Makalola and Cobalion obviously are weak to ground, but it's covered by the grassy terrain. But if one of those you think maybe was switched like for something slightly more defensive.
I mean, if you look at the
or it's either slightly more defensive or something way more offensive to be like, okay, we're changing it a bit. Like,
do you know what fixes his team? It's a Clefable.
Yeah.
Clefable kind of fixes his team, right? Because he loses to sweepers.
The Lati?
It's the Lati.
Yeah, because I think the Bulu's too important for the team.
Yeah, for the healing.
Yeah.
I think, that's probably correct.
Yeah, he's still got the Yanmega for that fast special power.
Yeah,
and Raichu, I guess.
And Raichu.
And obviously, we have seen Clefable boost up and do it.
Clefable can hit on the special side as well. So
it's also got the Magic Guard and the Unaware. So either if he's worried about them boosting, like against Ed, for instance, or if he is worried about a team that's going to set up a load of rocks and spikes and stuff, then he has just Magic Guard and then soft-boiled Thunderwave attack with the Moonblast.
Or if he fancies squandering a point, get himself a Ditto, and then he can copy all their sweepers. I'd be faster with Twist Up.
I mean, he could do that. Or he could just be, Psych Up on Bulu, which copies their stat changes, so now they've got a buffed up Bulu, and it's like...
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, every time Rob's had Latios, it's been a monster. So it's all well good me saying, like, oh yeah, pick Clefable, but I mean, Latios is still a fantastic Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, they both are. That's why they're tier 1. But...
And stat-wise, it's way better than a Clefable. Clefable's like...
It's true, but Clefable does provide a very good niche.
Yeah, and actually, it would provide wish support for all of his bulk.
Yeah.
Which would be nice as well.
But then, how would he kill anything?
Well, he would wear him down. The classic, right, slow and steady.
Whilst also healing them.
You're thinking too much like Dom. You're thinking too much like Dom.
I know. I am Dom of the
Exactly.
So, all I'm thinking about is hitting hard and fast.
Much as Ray would never like to admit it, he's a lot like me and my team.
He is. That means JP Sam.
Because Sam wanted to do Become a Skarmory.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it as well.
God.
Genesis.
How have we become parallels of the thing we were trying to
He had the Mew I could never have.
That's true. That's why he won that season. That's all you needed to take you over the edge. If you got the Mew, you'd win a season.
Mew will take me over the edge, all right.
Yeah. It can be anything.
Do the tears! Do the tears!
He said something you can't take back. Move on, move on.
I am the editor.
Well, the Bath City Bouffalants, they are, they're the yardstick. They're, pretty good.
I've clicked the button.
Well, some would say they're pretty mediocre.
Really? Why did you tell me? You told me a different thing earlier.
No.
Well,
no, we did now.
Unfortunately, there's no room to put him in mediocre. But I can't.
Well, let's just bump him up then. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't fix this. Oh wait, it's oh no, the layers behind all the other layers. Well,
editing aside,
there we go.
We can cut this bit for editing. But yeah, they hit
again, so you can
both of our things.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
It's fine. It's the Aalysahs.
Yeah, it's the end. It's been a surprisingly brisk event.
Could be next to
fault free, except for that.
That final flub, we just couldn't get over the finish line.
You
can't without a Mew, as we were saying. You can't do it without a Mew. So.
The 11th hour, and we just Right, it's alright, because we won't be able to fuck this up, because there's only one Mario Tennis character left.
There is.
It has to be our protagonist. Mm-hmm. It has to be the most all-around yardstick. It's me, Mario.
Oh my God!
There you go.
I mean, that's why it should
Ray
be
is the Mario.
That's a spicy meatball.
Unfortunately.
Missed the trick there.
Yeah.
But, he's got Peach to help him in that, so it's fine.
Yeah. And there we go.
Well, there we go. That's an Aalysahs, almost.
We did it. It's the same day.
In record time.
Yeah, in record time.
Record time for the triumvirate. Maybe not the duo. But...
Well, yeah, for the last couple of minutes then, on screen, I'll put up in post all of the results of, I guess, everything in
and the
some sort of slideshowy thing. Oh yeah, the character select screen. Yeah, we'll have all that going on.
Yeah.
And anything here you disagree with,
fuck off.
Do
your own show, right?
Because we didn't do as deep of a dive as we usually would do. Maybe just because we didn't want to give you 9 hours of footage to watch again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to edit the entire Lord of the Rings series again.
Yeah. So, if there's anything else you want more information on that isn't on the Prep-O-Matic that you can just go and look up, please do ask. Let us know if you thought we found any other weaknesses in your team, and we might have kept a few things back. Unless you're the Alley Kids, in which case we were painfully brutal to you.
I mean, this is the high quality content you expect from Channel 4.
We are trying to help him in our own way. He has to learn. He has to know. He can change this. He can fix this. We don't want him to be sad.
He's heading towards a dark, dark future. Where not even hindsight can save you.
Do you feel that? It's the ground. It's shaking. That's all he knows. All he knows is earthquakes.
It's opening up and swallowing you from beneath.
Right, well, that was an Aalysahs. We did it, folks. Well done us. Pat. We.
I'm having so much fun.
I'm the happiest girl in the world. Oh dear. But yeah, so as always, we just do this for a bit of fun, and it's fun to have a little bit of controversy.
Yeah,
it's all in good fun.
And it also gives you it is actually a bit helpful if you just need a quick overview of a team before you start prepping to be like, all right, what's going on with this team.
Yeah, there is some useful information in there if you can find it. Do let us know what you thought of this format compared to the other ones, if you preferred having like the graphics and the structure and stuff. And then, I mean, if I have to go back to that, you might just get a little bit less of that Pummeling, or just doing the Aalysahs up here. But yeah, if this is fine, let us know, and then we can continue to do this more looser.
Yeah, trying to
Lucy young goosey.
Streamline.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang,
bang. Yeah, trying to get good analysis, but make it quicker.
You would say.
Yeah. Maybe we could work on making it more coherent. I don't know. We'll see. Cool. Well, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. And yeah, we'll see you in the games and the future Mario Tennis tournament.
Yeah.
Get your rackets ready.
Get your rackets ready. Oh man, be hitting the gym, getting ready. Ooh. As soon as that lockdown's done.
For another month.
Is it 21st of June, 29th of June?
I think it's the 21st of June where it's like the pubs.
I'm straight to the courts. Not the law, not court of law. You know, I'm not going to sue anyone. I'm just going to
straight to the pub.
I just want to play some Mario Tennis.
Some Mario Tennis.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Pika said he wasn't going to end the show the normal way, so
yeah, we don't do that for the Aalysahs. It's usually just
fine. I guess it's the end then. Yeah. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. What's that hand gesture?
I don't know what that hand gesture was. My hand just kind of like that.
I'm gonna have to censor that. That's offensive in 24 countries.